Hello everybody, welcome to my video today, you guys. We are going to be focusing on designer paper. I have been loving doing this series where we are doing simple cards with really fun techniques. And the technique we're focusing on today is designer paper. So I have this stamp set. Now this is a stamp set that is bundled with the nestled dies. They're really beautiful. If you guys follow me over on Facebook, you might know that I lost these nestled dies. I put them up in a place they didn't belong and couldn't find them for many weeks, and I purchased a second set and then immediately found them. So that's okay. So I have two sets, and that works out because of the way that I work, and sometimes I need multiple dies and it just makes prepping things easier. So this bundles together and you can save 10% when you get these together, and I love these dies. They're stitched and they're this really fun. And so we are going to take the paper that coordinates with this suite of product, and we're going to use this one sheet to create a card. So what I've done is we need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to create a card base, and we will fold this in half. This is my favorite way to create a card, so I'll just use my bone folder. Now what I have here is a piece of Petal pink, and this is going to create a layer. So I've taken 1/4 inch off. So this is 4 1/4 this way by 5 1/2. So this is 4 inches this way by 5 1/4. That's going to go here, but we're going to wait to layer all this together. Then what I have next is a piece of Whisper White cardstock with another 1/4 inch taken off. So you can see that that's going to create another layer. But we need to do some stamping. So from the stamp set, we're going to grab this floral image right here. I am going to use Petal pink to coordinate with the cardstock below. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp a couple images. We're going to stamp one right here. And then we're going to stamp 3 here, just like that, okay? So now the next thing I want to do after I've done the stamping is I'm going to do something really fun. I'm going to take my Settles embossing folder, and we're going to put this white cardstock in here, and we're going to emboss this. The reason we're doing it second instead of first, like before we did the stamping, is this is going to create some texture on this white cardstock, and if we have the texture on there, the stamped images won't come out well. So let me emboss this using my Big Shot, and then I will come back and show you how it looks. So we'll open this up, and now this has some really fun texture to it. Right on there. See that? I love that Settles embossing folder. It is absolutely one of my favorites. Okay, so now we'll just go ahead and attach these two pieces. Use a little bit extra adhesive whenever you emboss so that that cardstock doesn't pull up. And press that down. Okay, so now this is a gorgeous piece of designer paper. It has this image here on this side, and then it's got this on the back. So the great thing is that these two are going to go really well together because this is a solid image that this is going to layer nicely on. So we're going to take this piece, and this is 2 inches, and then it's going to be by 4 3/4 because we want to layer it on here. So I knew where I wanted my placement to be. So when I stamped these flowers, I knew that when I layered this piece here, it was going to cover up some of those flowers, but that they would be peeking out. So press that down. I feel like that's very crooked, just like that. And now what I've done is I've taken my stitched circles, and you can see the stitching right on there, and I've cut out a stitched circle. Now we can use some dimensionals here, and we're going to go ahead and pop this piece up. And the great thing about using designer paper is the work is already done for you. So this gorgeous image, you didn't have to color it, you didn't have to stamp it, you really didn't have to do anything to it. So we have this piece here, and we're going to layer it just like this. Now what I have is from that stamp set, I just stamped the "Thanks for Being You" on a thin strip of Whisper White cardstock. And I like to do the stamping first and then the cutting second, because even right now I feel like this is a little bit off. Like you can see that it's stamped higher up top than it is on the bottom. And I feel like we can go in and fix that after the fact. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You guys know what I always say. This is not Hallmark, it's homemade. So of course it's gonna look that way. We'll add this right here. And that's gonna hang off a little bit, and that's okay. We're gonna take a rhinestone and we're gonna put a larger rhinestone right here at the end. If you want, you guys know I always love adding my Wink Stella, and you can add a little bit of Wink Stella to the bird here and maybe to the flowers, and that gives it a little pop, but you don't have to. It's already gonna look gorgeous. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of foam, and then we can add this to our card base. Just like that, and you have your card. It was so super simple to put together, and you could totally mass produce a lot of these, and it would be very easy. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this card where we focused on designer paper. We'll be back later this week to create with you some more. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching my videos. Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.